Hello friends, the story starts with a scary ambulance. Inside, a pregnant lady is lying unconscious, soaked in blood. The doctors are trying their best to save her. As soon as they reach the hospital, the ambulance door opens and a horrifying scene unfolds. That woman has now become a zombie and she is brutally beating people. A general tells all their soldiers that this is a dangerous virus which is spreading all over the world, which is turning people into zombies. This is a terrible war between dead people and living people. The name of this movie is Redcon. Then the general warns their soldiers about the danger of the virus. He says that this virus directly attacks the brain. First symptoms like vomiting, fever, cold and cough appear, and then people start becoming violent. This virus was created by a scientist, Julian. He was experimenting with it on a prisoner, Jimmy. Then a stampede breaks out in the jail. Jimmy comes to the side of the stampede and helps his best friend Gravit escape. After that, police chase Jimmy and tries to catch him. To save himself, Jimmy grabs a pregnant lady sitting in a car and threatens to shoot him. But the lady bravely cuts Jimmy's hand and runs toward the police. She is none other than the captain's wife. Now Jimmy's virus spreads to that lady too. Then the virus started spreading across the city like a strong wind. Scientist Julian, the coordinator of this virus, is trapped in the quarantine zone. And now the army have to bring him and get the vaccine. The goal of their mission is, with the help of the boat, they have to go towards the quarantine zone, but there is no one there. Only blooded dead bodies are seen on the way. There are many zombie children seen on that side of the road. Zombies always remember routines. Similarly, children are also playing with each other. But the way zombies pick up flesh from dead bodies, that is very scary. All those kids are jogging, escaping. Hearing their voice, many zombies come running. This is why they are attacking with their guns. But zombies are coming running in huge numbers. Soldiers run to the other side to save their lives. A car is visible there. They think it would be safer to use a car rather than walking. Thinking this, everyone sits in that car. On the way, some people are also seen stealing something from a house. He is also the one to shoot the gun towards the soldier. That soldier kills him. The squad team moves toward the quarantine spot. Then in a building, a military general is testing on zombies. Among them is a child, who is the general's son. The team find the quarantine building. And when they go to inside, they find out that a lot of zombies were having fun taking drugs. Then the soldiers move in, shooting them one by one. Zombies run away from the sound of gunshot and attack the team. Soldiers respond boldly. Meanwhile, a zombie attacks one of the team members. Without caring for his life, he goes alone with the zombies to save everyone. After killing the rest of the zombies, the team take the injured member and move towards the scientist's room. But they get a surprise there. Because the scientists ran away from there, the team is struggling to save their injured member. Everyone believes that if they find the scientist, then only they will have the vaccine and they will be able to save their injured people. But a team member named Frank says it is dangerous to keep an infected person together. He is about to shoot him when others stop him. Then the infected man, believing himself to be Frank, takes a gun and shoots himself. After that, we see two schoolgirls who are struggling to survive this terrible virus, walking on the road. Zombie crops are scattered all around. Afraid, they slowly tries to get out of the quantum support, which is a place like a jail. Meanwhile, prisoners who have escaped from prison form a group and they rule that place. A member of his group is killed by a military squad. The gang leader becomes furious and he swears that he will not leave the military squad alive. On the other hand, the military squad finds the last recorded video of the scientist. In the video, the scientist says that infected army soldiers are attacking his place and all the living people are being taken from there. Two girls, to save their lives, hides in a shopping mall. There the military team sees the scientist, who is taking some food items. Meanwhile, the zombie soldiers advance in search for the scientist. In one place, they smell very bad and they see a pile of dead bodies lying there. As they turn back, the zombies army starts arriving in civilian vehicles. The squad team understand that they have fewer weapons and they can't waste bullets. Therefore, they lie down with the dead bodies. Then one of the zombie soldiers comes close to dead bodies and pulls over a squad member named Perry. Perry is tracking the map. The tired zombies they met earlier. They were mindless, just violent. But the zombie soldiers communicate well and follow their rules well and behave like an actual army. All this is saved in their conscious mind. The zombie soldiers start pushing everyone into a container. School girls and scientists are also present in the same container. Perry informs his team that the scientist is in this crowd. Squad team dressed like zombie soldiers and they go inside after killing the zombie standing at the entrance of the container and ask the soldier to come out after seeing the gun. What they feels like it, the one of the soldiers pretending to be shoot dead turns the scientist around. Now they catch the scientist and take him to another place. Then that girl from school asks why is he being taken too, and the squad team decide to take them along too. By putting a tracker in the scientist's pocket, they take everyone to a safe place. Squad team member Frank says that his mission only to save the scientist and it was wrong to save the others. Hearing the sound of the bullets, zombie army arrives and starts firing on all normal people. Now a fierce battle begins between the two armies. Some squad members take the scientist and run away into the forest, thinking that by saving the scientist, they could get the vaccine. Frank tells lies to the rest that the captain has also been killed, and they are taking the scientist to a safe place. Thus, the captain is left alone to save himself. Zombies attack the older girl and the little girl is hitting him from behind. Then a lady member of the squad came to save the girl, hits the zombie's head hard with a stone, wipes away all the blood, and takes the little girl with her. A team member tells the captain that they all should leave and he will deal with the zombies themselves. A couple from the squad team ask for help. They say their car has broken down. Frank gets angry after seeing this. He shoots the girl without thinking. And there is one about to shoot at the boy too. But from behind the squad member named Riven asks that why he is now mercilessly shooting at innocent people. Frank replies that their mission is to save the scientist. This is a war and nothing else should be important other than the mission. On this matter, a fight starts between the two squad members. From a distance, the group of thieves is watching all this. Taking advantage of this opportunity, they went to kill everyone. But Robert gives a signal to everyone to move away from that place by giving his life. Due to this, everyone's life is saved. The scientist takes Robert to his lab and says that he will be tested there. Frank kicks the scientist hard from behind and says that it is because of the scientist. Member of his team lost their lives. Now the another person also starts hitting in anger. Then Captain Squad reaches there with the help of that tracker and sees the scientist getting beaten. Frank jumps out of the tree after seeing the little girl and says that if they had just focused on the mission, so his team member don't die. The captain gets angry after hearing this and a fight starts between the two. He locks Frank in a room and then starts his investigation with the scientist. Scientist reveals he has discovered a mutant egg. Injecting this into the army members will give them more power. He keeps injecting into the bodies of all the injured soldiers so that infected army does not completely turn into zombies. But there is some changes in their genetics. The vaccine was administered to a prisoner named Jimmy, but he was saved amid the chaos in the jail when he tries to shoot at the pregnant lady to escape from the police by accidentally beating the girl. The virus spread in him, and this world is in this terrible condition. That pregnant lady is none other than that. Rather, she is the captain's wife. Then the little girl screams after having a bad dream while sleeping and hugs the captain. The captain also starts feeling attached to that girl. He goes to Frank and says that now they should concentrate on the mission and it would be better to work without fighting. Here, Gira and her boyfriend kidnap the scientist and take him away. They were sure that the scientist would have a vaccine from which they can escape. The captain comes back and says, leave the scientist alone. The scientist also says that there is no vaccine for it. Meanwhile, a gang of thieves starts attacking them and firing starts from both sides. The squad team slowly begins to enter a car. In the end, Frank also survives. Frank thinks no one will save him, but the captain saves them and everyone goes to another place. A little further, Gira and her boyfriend get out of the car. They think that they have spent their whole lives in the army, so why not live in the last few moments for themselves? Both of them change their clothes and roaming in the theme park like couples. Here, the general gets information that the scientist has been caught. He immediately reaches the place in a helicopter. At the same time, the scientist takes out a small book from his pocket and gives it to the captain and says if anything happens to him, then this book may be useful. The general gives Frank a pointed look as soon as he arrives. Frank snatches the gun from the captain. The general goes close to the scientist and shoots him directly in the forehead. The captain thinks that this scientist could now fix the broken work, but the general spoiled everything. Harry leaves from there with his research work. Captain meets that girl named Atlas to that general, asks permission to take with him, but the general refuses him. Frank is angry that the general is leaving everything behind. Just then, a soldier standing nearby shoots Frank in the leg. The captain helps him, and everyone tries to save their lives by running away from the zombies. Just then, the little girl's doll falls from her hand, and a zombie attacks him. The girl somehow comes with the captain. Frank tells the other to leave and keeps killing the zombies one by one. But soon all the zombies attack Frank. Attacks Captain Perry as soon as comes out and start killing him. He says everyone hide things from him behind his back and realizing his mistake and starts apologizing. The captain leaves him. After a while, the little girl asks, will the captain leave him too? Then the captain comes to know that she has a zombie bite mark on her hand. He could not understand what to do. Both start resting in one place. The captain sees his wife and child in his dreams. In the end, he sees that the little girl turns into a zombie and attacks him. He realizes it was just a dream. He gets up slowly and thinks of shooting the girl, but his heart does not agree. So, he leaves her alone and goes away. Here, Perry is checked by the survivor team, and it turns out that he is not infected, so they take him with them. The captain is starting the car. The girl stops behind the car due to the sound of the car starting. A zombie is coming behind her. The captain feels so attached to that girl that he goes to save her again. He says sorry to the girl, that he would never leave her alone again. Meanwhile, a gang of thieves arrives there. There is a meeting of military generals. They are talking about bombing the city of zombies. Only then can they stop this virus. But the general refuses. He says that with the help of that scientist, his testing was done on those army soldiers so that they have extra power skills. This plan has worked perfectly. The zombie army is much more powerful than their army. It would be better for the country to just control the zombie army without killing it. But others say that human life is most important. Here the gang of thieves make the captain hang a chicken like a grill. The thief asks the gang leader captain what has he come here for. Captain says this is a military mission and this is kept secret. The gang leader says that all you military people are like this. They are doing some research on every prisoner. He looks at the girl and says that she should be killed. She has been affected. But the captain says to leave her, don't kill her. Now the gang leader gives the gun to the captain and says that either you or that girl can stay alive. You decide for yourself. He is about to shoot himself. Seeing this, the thief takes the gun in his hand and hands it over to that girl. As soon as she takes the gun in her hand, she starts apologizing to the captain and says that she can't survive without the captain. Then the thief sees a chain around the girl's neck and asks, where did you get this chain from? She says her daddy gave it to her. Then the thief asks what is his father's name. The girl replies Jimmy. As soon as he hears Jimmy's name, he takes the girl in his lap and tells everyone that this is our Jimmy's daughter. Jimmy's best friend is the leader of the thieves. Here, the general is very upset. He can bring the zombie army under his control with a bomb blast plan. To prove this, he takes the zombie injection himself. The captain says that we can't stay there for long. Asks the way out from there. Then he shows a map and says that there is a border 20 miles away. There will be many soldiers there. It will not be so easy to get out of the quarantine zone. Captain says that there will be many people around the border. Through them, we can cross the border. The captain also calls the thieves, but they answer that we are prisoners in the jail. Anyway, after crossing the borders, we will be put in jail again. The captain and the girl leap from there. Stopping the car midway, he tries to inform about his arrival through that walkie-talkie. Then he starts playing with the girl. While playing, he looks at the girl's hand that there was a zombie bite mark, which is now completely dry. He is surprised to see this and opens the book given by the scientist. The scientist has written in it that the girl is the vaccine for this virus. They choose Jimmy for vaccination because of his natural immunity. His daughter will become the vaccine for this disease. The scientist must have been following that girl only to keep her safe. Somehow he have to take the girl out of the quarantine zone. Informs the Captain General with the help of walkie-talkie that the vaccine has been found. In response to this, the general says that in a short while they will bomb the quarantine zone. You find a vaccine or you die. It won't matter to me. The captain gets angry after hearing this and continues towards the border. The girl leaves the captain's hand and starts running away. Then he saw a zombie with his arms and legs cut off on the ground. Captain begins to understand to prevent zombies from coming to that place, some bombs have been stuck there. After some time, zombies start coming there and she gets stuck in that place. The captain slowly comes towards her to save her. Zombies start bursting from the bomb. Seeing this scene from a distance, the survival team rescue both of them. The captain tells everyone that we have to get out of there because a bomb is about to explode. But no one believes what he says. No more people can be transported among the zombies. The army will come to save us. The captain asks, "You all have been there for so long. Has anyone seen risky flight?" The mission of the army is to eradicate zombies. Meanwhile, even if people like us die, it will not make any difference. I have found the vaccine. I am going towards the border. She thinks it would be safer to let go of his hands. When I come outside, I saw a pile of zombies. Now a war-like atmosphere had arisen between normal people and zombies. But due to the large number of zombies, they were dominating. Once a zombie is about to attack the child, the captain runs to save him. But a zombie bites the captain hard on his shoulder. He takes the child in a room and he finds out that he has been infected with that virus. And soon he will become a zombie. He asks the girl to go out. But the girl does not go from there at all. After a while, the captain becomes a zombie and tries to kill the girl by strangulating her. The girl says, "Don't hit me. You promised me that you would always take care of me." As soon as the captain heard this, he remembers everything and he leaves her and goes away. He comes to the border with everyone. On the other hand, the general sees him and says that everyone should be killed. Perry comes forward and says, "Please, general, don't listen to him. For a time, I also worked under the general, but he left us midway. There are a lot of ordinary people behind me who has come with the hope of saving lives." Seeing him emotional, everyone stops shooting, but the general gets angry and he shoots again. The captain was quiet for so long, but seeing the general's action, all the old scenes start appearing before his eyes. He runs fast and starts attacking the general. Now the general also turns into a zombie. There is a fight between the two. Turns the captain general's head upside down like this, like it's done in an action movie. Captain is unable to control himself as soon as he becomes violent and bites the soldiers on his side. Seeing this, the soldiers shoot him because to kill a zombie, one has to hit the head only. Perry moves forward with full devotion by shooting the captain in the head. So friends, how did you like this story? Do tell us in the comment, and also don't forget to tell us which movie story you would like to hear after this. If you liked our explanation, then support us by liking, sharing and subscribing to the video. See you soon with another interesting story. Till then, bye bye.